Shalom. This is somewhat of an impromptu World War III update. America versus Iran, China, Russia, North Korea. The third woe cometh quickly. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to the Most High YAHAWAH. His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, who in the word ignorantly called Jesus. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me this truth through the Spirit. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to the 1/3, and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Because the confusion of faces would be everybody on the earth looking like an Israelite, but that lets you know there's such a thing as a black Hebrew Israelite, because via the transatlantic slave trade, we were scattered all over the world. Now, this is an article from Reuters. It says Iran will deliver strong blow against U.S. if it attacks. All right. Khamenei, forgive me. So pretty much what's happening right now is a nuclear deal. This is the Lord really stirring up things that's going on in the world. But that nuclear deal, Obama brought them to the table. They agreed. Soon as Trump came in, he abolished it. Then came Biden. Then here come Trump again trying to play hardball. The nation's not stupid. The dictator come in, play good cop. Another dictator come in, play bad cop, yada, yada, yada. You're playing with the livelihoods of not only the leaders of those countries, but all other personnel, to the commoners, the serfs, the peasants. You're destroying everyone because of your pride. And the Lord said pride go up before destruction. Yeah? Precept. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. Yahawah is his name. Whenever you see Lord in all capital letters, that will be pronounced Yahawah. Okay? How can God be all love when it clearly says he's a man of war? I mean, the only act of love in war is to stop your enemy from defeating you and infiltrating your people, your country, your community, your village, your town, city, whatever. Right? But it's still blood shed. It could be hatred there. Of course, you're taking another man's life, right, that you never met. Understand? But the Lord is a man of war. So the Lord is stirring up all the minds of these dictators in the world. Little people, you are nothing. You with your nice house and your bond for your kid when they go to college, and that shit don't mean nothing. Your little boat, your nice trucks. Yeah, you making 6 figures a year, and y'all take 2-week vacations and don't miss a bill or a step of ESAU. I want y'all to continue to live y'all life the way y'all living it. 2/3 y'all too. Keep living it up. As you're laughing, having a grand old time, we're crying. Remember what the Lord said. He that laugh now shall cry later. So what shall we do in the latter end? Laugh at your calamity. But you know, before let's get back to it. Let's get back before I go any further. Dubai, March 31st. Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said on Monday the U.S. will receive a strong blow if it acts on President Donald Trump's threat to bomb unless Tehran reaches a new nuclear deal with Washington. Yo, these other countries like, man, we not weak no more. We have the same nuclear capabilities that you have. You just going mad, man. Like, you drunken with wine, but you're not. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. The Lord said they're drunken, but not with wine. Yeah, you're drunken with power. Remember, the earth was given to you, Job 9:24, but pride deceived you. You think it's all of you. So now the other countries are like, listen here, if you drop bombs, Iran said, you drop bombs on us, we gonna retaliate. And the reason why I mention all the other countries as well in the title, because they're gonna take a stance against Trump and tariffs. And that wasn't even gonna be a part of this video, but when I saw the title as I was doing a little research, I said, man, let me just throw it in. So the other article I ain't even read. You know, I just saw the title. But anyways, let's get back to this one. I ain't gonna make this long, y'all, but I need y'all to understand the third war coming quickly, man. They not bull jiving. The Lord is ready to bring his kingdom. Trump reiterated his threat on Sunday that Iran will be bombed if it does not accept his offer for talks outlined in a letter sent to Iran's leadership in early March, giving Tehran a 2-month window to make a decision. Now, this is what Iran said. All right. And the Iranians go back to Elam. If I'm not mistaken, they go back to Elam. Okay. Iran had a warning on Monday about Trump's threats to Switzerland's embassy, which represents U.S. interests and acts as an intermediary between Washington and Tehran. State media said in his warning, Tehran expressed determination to respond decisively and immediately to any threat. So they say, listen here, we already decided that we're gonna promptly respond. Right? So, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. This is Isaiah 13 and 17. A little history note for you people. Modern day Iran today is where ancient Persia was in the ancient times of antiquity. So, when you're reading the Bible in the book of Kings, it tells you, it kind of goes in order of the kingdoms that ruled and that failed. Babylon, then after Babylon, there was the Medes. After the Medes, the Persians was merged to become the Medo-Persian Empire. Then that was taken down by the Greeks, who will be known as the Lacedaemonians. Also the stock of Abraham, who they made a movie called 300 about, Maccabees, right? And then they take over Rome, Greco-Roman Empire, hence Rome all over again. So, not all over again, but Rome, stemming from Romulus, who would be an original Greek dark-skinned man, Romulus and Remus, the Japhetic people, one of the 3 sons of Noah. That's where they stem from. Okay, going into hold on, Salaki. Just going into how everybody on Earth at one point, everybody had melanin. Everybody had complexion, you know. So to say the Greeks, the original Greeks look like Alexander the Creep, no, that's a lie. They took on another man's heritage. Hence, Malachi 1, the Lord said he laid Esau's heritage waste to the field. Don't get these modern day terms mixed up with what the words are in the Bible. You can always research it back. You see Iran on the map today? Just type in what ancient map of Iran. It'll show you Persia. All right. So the Medes, also the Persians, Iranians. It's Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, the Persians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. In other words, don't give a damn about your money. Iran don't give a damn about your money. They're not a part of the EU or NATO. That's why Iran, Russia, and China and North Korea are all absolute nemesis, enemies of America. Why? Because they can't. They're not willing to bow down, capitulate. Isaiah 13 and 18. Their bows, listen to this, y'all. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. But how is Iran going to be able to do that? It's something known as thermonuclear warheads. Something known as ICBMs, acronym for Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles. Missiles that can travel from one continent to another. There are 7 major land masses known as continents on this earth. Let that sink in, y'all. Verse 19, Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, which is America. The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Understand though, Babylonians in the ancient time was taken down by the Medes, right? Oh, this ain't talking about America. This talking about, no, it's talking about America. You want to know why? Verse 19, and Babylon, The glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. Ancient Babylon wasn't taken down like that, right? So ancient Babylon today would be where? Iraq. So this is talking about a future tense, because in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, it said the world before was reserved for water. This world is reserved for fire. So how is the Lord gonna judge the world with fire? He flooded the earth with water. How are you gonna do it with fire? You notice the Bible speaks about a lake of fire, right? It's gonna be somewhere on earth. There's gonna be a lake of fire. It's gonna be America, because it's gonna get blitzkrieg by all these nations, including their own. When it says the beast shall hate the whore that rises upon the red scarlet beast, that's America. The beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns, those are the other Caucasian, quote unquote, European, quote unquote, descendants of Esau. Right? Okay. The 7 heads go back to the EU, European Union, and the 10 horns go back to NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. But they have well over, a plethora of nations that join. But we already know the beast sitting upon it is, that's why it's so beautiful. When the scripture says, Satan cast out Satan, this is, when you think about Russia beefing with America, yo, that's Esau fighting against Esau. Yeah. So we ain't worried about it. Let's get back to it. A little history lesson. So, in Isaiah 13:17, where it says Medes, I'm letting you know this is talking about Iran. The Medes were an ancient Iranian people who lived in northwestern Iran, and their descendants are seen in the different ethnicities and provinces of northwestern Iran and northeastern Iraq today, including the Kurdish people. The Persians, another ancient Iranian group. See what I'm talking about? So they're letting you know, man, when you're talking about Iran, you're talking about the ancient Persians. You know, motherfuckers, they had a turban on their head with those sabers, those swords. They call sabers. You know, every elongated blade is not called a sword. You got something called katana, something called sabers. You got daggers. You know, it all depends. Katana, that's a samurai sword. But you understand what I'm saying? All right, fencing swords, right? So here's a map of ancient. See what Persia is? Right above it was Media. Media overtook Persia, then it became the Medo-Persian Empire. See what I'm saying? This is ancient. Look at the location where everything is at. Look at where Egypt is. Neo-Babylonia. Jerusalem is right there. Caucasus Mountains is right up top. Oh, everybody here, man. This is a family reunion. Yeah? But let me go to the other article and let me close out. Like I said, this is from scratch off rip. I haven't even scrolled up the page. China, Japan, South Korea. Oh, it says, oh. Whoa. Salakia. Yo, this is South Korea. They're supposed to be allies with America. The beast shall hate the whore. Oh my God, I thought it was North Korea. Yo. Okay, anyway. China, Japan. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm gonna sauce up, y'all. I'm ready to get the hell out of here. China, Japan, and South Korea agreed to jointly respond to U.S. terrorist social media account affiliated with Chinese state broadcaster CCTV said on Monday. That's a long ass sentence. Excuse me. There's punctuality in there, but it's long. The comments came after the three countries held their first economic dialogue in 5 years on Sunday. Man, that's a big feat. Seeking to facilitate regional trade as the Asian export powers brace against U.S. Dang, man, Moab and Ammon coming together. Wait a minute, why I saying Russia? I'm tripping. But then again, I am right because Russia is allies with China. So the comments came after the three countries held their first economic dialogue In 5 years on Sunday, seeking to facilitate regional trade as the Asian export powers brace against U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs. Yeah, and remember, people, when you're at war, there does not have to be bloodshed. All right? Tariffs and embargoes, things of that nature, they just increase the taxes. That makes the poor have to spend more money just to get their everyday necessities. That's really what that is. That's a dead body. They tripping. But unalive body. It says Japan and South Korea are seeking to import semiconductor raw materials from China. And China is also interested in purchasing chip products from Japan and South Korea. The account Yuan Tentian said hey, that's a heavy hit. Dang. Isn't Taiwan like the biggest reproducer over there right now of heavy hit? See, when you see America helping a small country, they don't give a fuck about that country. They give a fuck about what's underneath that country. The natural resources, the raw materials. Alright? But this is going to lead to, WW3. And I'm going to close out with that one too as well. Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. The second woe is past. Woe means destruction. Alright. The second World War II is past. I speak as a man when I say this. I'm not adding to the book. Forgive me. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. It is right around the corner. Like the sound of thunder. Ooh. Because what falls after lightning? Thunder. That was beautiful. I swear the spirit is beautiful. Y'all, this is not me. But with that being said, I truly pray that y'all will edify and fed stand. The spirit don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. YAHAWAH, Shalom.